If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys click the subscribe button. There's gonna be more fire content on the way.
Cheryl, tonight, friends say it was a Chicago rapper who was gunned down here.
My understanding is that this was an individual who fancies himself as a rapper, but is also a member of a gang. There's been an ongoing conflict between his gang and another.
Chicago faces an epidemic of gun violence. This year alone, more than 2,100 people have been shot, more than 400 killed.
Then this breezy want to be on IG talking about steppers on the way, doing 150 miles per hour. Why you went there yesterday with the steppers? Talking about. Then what Mimo say? I call up 46, they'll wipe your nose. That's what he said, PD.
Hey, it's a 251st. Damn, body down. Oh, that's what
What up, gang? Back with the real. You know what's the deal. We covered a lot about the gang war between rappers that's been dividing the streets. History just keep repeating itself as one loses his life, another plots revenge, and the get back gets locked in rotation. One of the most intense street beefs is a perfect example of this cycle of death and revenge. 051 Young Money and 600 of Chiraq have been locked in an ongoing beef that keep going back and forth on the scoreboard. These savages shoot bullets, and the basket is another's life. The streets is the court, and the game just never ends. Let's take a deeper look into the dynamics of the notorious 600 versus 051 Young Money beef. Chicago has a number of different gang sections based on the location of your hood. The crazy thing about all that's happening is that they so close to each other, even most of them growing up friends, going to the same school. But the hood has rules, and sadly, it's passed down from one generation to the next instead of trying to break it and bring unity. 600 and 051 are a product of their environment. 600 gang was founded by now slain members D-Thang and Lil Boo. The clique of savages eventually grew to have dominant members like LA Capone, RIP, Rondo Number 9, Buka, E-Day, Mimo 600, Just Blow.
Chad, what happened to E-Day? Is he even still active? What happened to this nigga right here, Chad? What happened to him?
Ain't he locked up?
He locked up for what?
Some street shit.
Nigga said
He
truck
drives
driver.
truck?
No way.
C-Day's the one that passed, right?
C-Day and Lil Steve, RIP,
Nah, C-Day didn't pass.
and resides on 60th and King Drive. 051 was a faction of the Mickey Cobra set, but was labeled a renegade gang for their independent and reckless movement. They was located more on the north of 600 at 51st Street in Cottage Grove, and is made up of notable members like 051 Melly, RIP, Drilla, Rose, Lil Mark, RIP, Kiddo, A-Ro, Uchi, Fathead, RIP, Montana, and T Streets, RIP. What escalated the beef and set off the chain reaction to what took countless lives, and to this day still strike fear throughout Chiraq, was a hit on 051 member T Streets in 2011. The trigger man who caught Streets lacking was M-Thang of 600. This kickstarted the
Not federal. How do you know that? Do you think Trap Geek is white or black? Trap Geek's white. You see his profile picture.
Trap Geek is definitely white.
Yeah.
chance get back between the two camps, of which many more fell after Streets lost his life. The top shooter of 051, the Chiraq gravedigger, Melly, wasn't gonna stand for the loss of his homie. 051 Melly and Kiddo are accredited as the ones that will retaliate on 600 and avenge they bro T Streets. On February 2nd, 2012, 600 Shaq will be murked on the 5900 block of South Calumet Avenue in Washington Park when he got going outside of a party to take a piss. He was pronounced dead on the scene with multiple bullet wounds when officials arrived. Melly would taunt his passing later, talking about the details of the hit to his niece.
I'm one of them type of guys that be in the dark waiting for you when you gotta go pee at night. And I just get you.
Oh my God, this is mad federal. What the
to his niece?
To his niece, this is mad federal.
On his passing later, talking about the details of the hit to his niece.
I'm one of them type of guys that be in the dark waiting for you when you gotta go pee at night. And I just get you, and you don't never come back to your parents again.
From there,
what the
Merc
fuck?
on sight was in full effect on both sides.
What the fuck? Nah, this nigga's a demon.
Nah, he's different.
Well, if they didn't use that against, him in court, why? Nigga, that's literally confessing. Like, he's literally self-snitch. We should have bitch name too wrong.
While celebrations was in order for the passing of Shaq, 600 was on the plotting, taking out their next target so that Shaq could rest in peace. They would find their next body, 051 Fathead. An eyewitness that was with Fats detailed the hit to the authorities after escaping with her life. She and Fats was heading to the corner store at 69th Street and Emerald when she saw a newer model light gray van with both driver and passenger staring their direction. The van proceeded northbound on Union toward 69th Street as the witness along with Fats headed westbound on 70th Street. That's when a black male in a hooded sweatshirt, whom she recognized as the passenger of the van, murked Fats from behind. The witness stated that at that point she ran, and when looking back, she saw Fats on the ground with the shooter standing above him before offloading the clip.
Oh my God.
Fats lost his life in a gruesome manner, and soon the eyewitness, who would be rumored as his cousin Erica, will let the cat out the bag about
who want a Fathead special with the order of Zeke fries.
Gang.
These niggas
That
really
is
taking this shit
ridiculous.
as a joke.
Bro, these niggas is different.
Or murder, put you to 10 months.
what's what.
You seen all this? I haven't not seen this shit. Hell no. These niggas giving details on Chicago that I have not heard before.
C-Day was the one wearing the body like a badge of honor, and that was enough for 051 to spring into action. The unlucky victim on the end of their rage would be 600 Tricks, and the one to put a plug on his life was the 051 Savage, Kiddo. Tricks was murked with the quickness, thinking he could talk greasy to Kiddo and get away with it after they already lost their boy Fats. He was found shot in the car in the Washington Park neighborhood on the south side. The beef was tied in a deadlock. As one up the skull, the other got their get back, and the thirst for revenge just kept increasing the pain, loss, and body count. But that ain't matter when they couldn't see their mans no more. That grief caught up to the identified driver of the van when Fats was murked, LA Capone of 600. Police
RP.
reports the details that took his life outside a music studio located on the second floor at 7034 South Stony Island in September 2013. Both LA and a witness that was with him exited the studio, where LA walked towards the alley. That's where the shooter shot him twice,
Nah, he
one
definitely
bullet
got set up.
entering at the back of his right thigh and exiting at his right groin, and the
Definitely got set
other
up.
lodging in the lower part of his back. LA would fight for his life while taken by the ambulance to Northwestern Hospital. The attending paramedic detailed LA, explaining that a car drove up in the alley, and the next thing he heard was like 5-6 shots before the shooter hopped back in the whip and dipped. LA would then lose consciousness and also his life. LA would deny knowing the person,
Man, if he
keeping
went to
the
a
street
different
code
hospital, he
till his
would
last
have
breath.
made it. That's the sad part,
Capone
bro.
was 600 star player on the rap scene as well, so the hit hurt him in the streets, along with their popularity in the industry. 051 was on a roll, with the ones involved for his hit rumored to be Rocco and Lil Mick getting their street cred up. 600 was down bad and had to level the playing field. Being unable to catch 051's top shooters, they hit back with the same energy, taking the life of 051 star rapper Lil Mark by the way of a headshot at the now famous bus stop. Accounts
Oh
would
my
differ
God,
on who
a
was
headshot
responsible
is
for the
crazy.
hit, but most give credit to it being a collaborative effort between THF Twilla and 600 D Rose. Now superstar rapper and Chiraq Savage Lil Durk made a viral video of him clowning his 051 ops at said bus stop.
Hey, this bus stop right here though,
It's a real famous place.
It's a real famous place, you hear me? It's a real famous place, Hey, this bus stop.
This would backfire on Durk with the loss of his manager Chino, but I covered that in the 051 Melly video a few weeks back, so you can check it out. I'll link it in the description. By this point, the beef was taking so many lives that each side had to be feeling the weight of the loss
RP Lil
and
Mark,
constantly
RP
looking over
LA,
their shoulders
all-
while
RP
still
all
hunting
bro.
each other. But like I said, the buzzing never stops, and Lil Boo secured the next body for 600 when he murked 051 Polo. On June 30th, 2014, Polo and another victim was targeted in the 600 block of East 50th Place in the Hyde Park neighborhood. A 40-year-old resident of the area recalled hearing loud cracks, which him and his wife
Some of the
assumed to be
names
the
they're
breaking
saying
of
I've
a
never
tree
even
branch.
heard of.
But upon hearing yelling, he would go
Like
outside,
051
see the
Polo?
leaking
Never
Polo
heard
with
of that.
bullet wounds to the chest.
You never heard of Lil Boo?
His wife would call the ambulance
Lil
while he
Boo.
was holding Polo's hand, trying to keep him in the world of the living. Unfortunately, Polo lost the fight and passed away on the scene. The other victim would survive a shot wound to the arm. Police reports state that there was an exchange of words with persons inside a van before bullets began flying from the van. By this point, I damn near lost track of all the bodies between the two, but we've got one last hit that was carried out by 051 on 600. 051 Uchi would achieve the feat of catching head honcho 600 Lil Boo lacking, securing a huge win in the 051 vs 600 beef. That placed a huge dent in 600's armor, and they haven't been able to recover since. With many of the shooters between the two either being incarcerated or murked, the rate at which bodies was dropping have near come to a halt. Hopefully, this is the sign of an end to their long-standing and bloody beef, but with more ops joining the battlefield, even if they find unity between each other, they'll have other rivals to protect from and retaliate on.
Just Blow got locked up.
RIP to all that were lost, and I hope some sense of peace is found by those who lost them.
You know what's so crazy? He got locked up for a murder he did in 2014. How'd he get locked up for a murder 7 years ago? Nigga had to snitch. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, someone started talking.
Of course, had to. Blow got snitched on with the two people he was with. Crazy.